Hello. I think I'm live. Hello, y'all. Hi, y'all. I'm channeling my inner Dolly here, my lovely friend Dolly Parton. I keep forgetting I've got stuff here, and every now and then I turn around and there's Dolly looking at me, giving me all the vibes that I need. How are you all, troops? Give me a hashtag live in the comments if you're watching me live, and give me a wee hashtag replay if you are catching up on replay. So I'm actually a little bit early, but it's because it is my phone is 3 minutes fast. While you guys are signing in and getting your comments done, I actually need to do something. Sorry, I need to change my charger to put my Aura Ring in. That's not a free plug for an Aura Ring. I thought I was getting a freebie Aura Ring. So if you don't know, an Aura Ring is like a ring fitness, health tracker. Very, very good. Very good. Anyway, so tonight we are all about the accountability. Accountability is such a wonderful topic. And yeah, I love it. So before we go any further, big, huge welcome to our new ladies in our client area. Welcome. This is not the client area, obviously, but there's a lot of crossover. So big welcome to the new girls. Lovely to have you here. And a big welcome to the new group joiners as well. So I had quite a few chats with ladies this week. So lovely to meet you. Lovely to have the rest of you here. If you ever just want a wee chin wag, just drop me a message. We can jump on a quick chat. Purely just because I like to chat. Like a wee chat every now and then, don't we all? So, yes, accountability. Have I got anything witty to share with you first? Yes, first of all, I am stinking of garlic because my uncle-in-law, it's my husband's uncle, he gave me this most amazing recipe for a garlic and chili sauce, and it involves a shit ton of garlic. So we're literally talking like 2 bulbs of garlic. So I've had to smash them, peeled them, and then I have to boil the garlic. So my hands are absolutely reeking. If anybody has any quick hints and tips of removing garlic from the hands, please let me know. They are stinking. So in other news, none of you would care about this, but I'm going to share it anyway. So my little boy Archie, the bold Archie, is back from his holidays with his granny and grandpa. So he was away for the longest. He was away 10 nights, which is the longest that I've ever been apart from him. And it was getting quite, I was getting like quite emotional, like, oh, my sweet boy. So he's back now, and he's had me playing football in the garden. So he can go back again now. So yes, right, let's chat about the old accountability topic. So accountability is one of those things that we all want and we all need. Certainly we all say we want and we all say we need, but in actual fact there's a lot of different nuances when it comes to accountability, and that's some of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight. So accountability as a definition, I have actually got the definition written down, so bear with me 1 second. So as a definition, which I have lost it is, accountability, required or expected to justify actions or decisions on being able to be explained or understood. So basically, accountability when it comes to coaching, management, leadership, is helping people do the things that they want to do or they said that they're going to do. And that's where I'm coming from this evening. So, yep, give me a 1 in the chat box if you have ever said in the realms of changing your body or getting fitter or losing weight that you need somebody to kick you up the ass. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you've ever said that. And I recognise a few names actually that are in the comments. So, and I know some of you have actually said this, and I probably have the notes to prove it. So I know. So yeah, give me a one if you've ever said, you need somebody to tell you what to do, when to do it, and give you a kick up the bum. Essentially, that is, in layman's terms, accountability. And accountability is not always about what we do, but also about what we don't do. So we're accountable to both of those statements. I'm just checking. Oh yes, we've got a one. There's a bold Leanne. Hi, bold Leanne. So accountability can be really challenging to do alone. Very, very challenging. I find it extremely hard to hold myself accountable to certain things. To some things, easy peasy. Other things, not so easy. And, accountability can often mean doing things differently. Well, it can often mean doing things differently, because if we keep doing things the same way, we'll always get the same outputs. But doing things differently, even if you don't want to, but you need to. So I think that becomes very apparent in the fat loss world, because it's easy to not get up early and do the exercise. It's easy to skip a few reps. It's easy to not go for the walk. It's easy to have the glass of wine and a packet of crisps rather than having a glass of fizzy water. And we know that we need to have more water and more fresh fruit and veg and more healthier meals and be more active and all these kind of things. But we don't necessarily want to, purely because the other option tastes better and feels better. I mean, who doesn't love the buzz that you get after a couple of glasses of wine? I was going to say, who doesn't love the buzz after a couple of bottles of wine there? I don't know if anybody can feel any buzz at that point. But I mean, that is a nicer option. You would rather have that feel good, or the endorphin rush off the bar of chocolate, or the comfort and feeling of a pizza when you're wrapped up in the sofa. But you need to do something different, and that is the accountability of doing something different, even if you don't particularly want to. And it's also about being open and vulnerable, I suppose, to learn more and to open yourself up to different viewpoints and different ideas. And accountability can actively be seeking that. Actively, I need help. I want someone else to share with me what they think I should be doing, because we all have our own viewpoints. I mean, I know, even just from a work point of view, I think I know what I should be doing, but I have a business coach and I go and speak to him and he's like, oh, no, what a waste of time, stop fannying about. Try this instead, and it will save you time, and it might be hard in the short term, but it's going to save you time in the long term and a lot of stress. And then it's something I'd never even thought of, because at the end of the day, if you can consider the things that you know them, you trust them, you do them. But what about all the things that you don't know yet? And there's you don't know what you don't know. So that's another version of accountability, is open yourself up to opportunity that there are other ways that could be better than your ways. And that can also be a really hard thing to admit. But I was in our client group area about when we're comparing ourselves against each other, and it's that side eye, oh, they're doing better than me, they've lost more weight than me. But that vulnerability is when we look inwardly and saying, right, am I doing everything that I can do? Am I staying in control of my controllables? And, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what next door's doing or your pal's doing. Sorry, the bold Archie has just crawled up the stairs. Am I alive? Do you want to come in? No. I was going to shut. Are you okay? He's whispering. He's going out the back garden. Don't know why he's whispering. Anyway, so yeah, open yourself up to new possibilities, to hearing different viewpoints, to trying new things, even if they do feel slightly uncomfortable. And that piece again about being challenged to do the best thing, the right thing, rather than the easiest thing. Because easy is easy. Easy's not always best. Easy's not always more productive. All right. So that is accountability in a nutshell. So everybody, I feel that everybody needs some form of accountability in the things that they do. At the end of the day, if you think about, like, if you've got a family, you're accountable for your family. You're accountable for them thriving, for them flourishing, for them constantly trying to be the best that they can be. As a parent, as a wife, as a partner, that's part of you're accountable for some of that. You're not responsible for it all, but ultimately, as if they're children, that sits with you at that stage. And that is one of these things about, when we are trying to, one of a big common statement I hear, and I was actually doing one of our old clients' testimonial videos today, and she had made a statement about, if I'm not firing on all cylinders, no one else is. And we always put ourselves to the back of the queue in terms of whether that is money spent, time spent, our needs always come last. But in actual fact, if you want the best for everyone else round about you, then actually you need to be firing all cylinders. You need to be doing the best that you can in order for everybody else to be doing the best that they can. So, accountability sits everywhere, even in your job. Like, unless you're self-employed, you're going to be accountable to a manager. They are going to be accountable to their manager. Your results, they are accountable for those results. And if you're not performing, then they're going to challenge you and well, why have you not met your KPIs? Why are your results not as good as last month, etc., etc. So it all sits round about us, and I think it's a really, really good thing to have accountability in order to reach goals, no matter what they are. So in terms of weight loss, in terms of getting fitter, being able to, it's not just you. So if it was just you, it's easy to duck out of a training session early. It's easy to not do meal prep and say, oh, I'll deal with it later. And then before you know it, you're in the crispy pancake drawer in the freezer. But it's not, as I said, it's not always easy. And it's especially not always easy to hear the things that you've not done that you said you were going to do. And it can be really, really uncomfortable. And I have been there a gazillion times with various coaches, with employers, even with my husband. He said, you said you were going to do this and you've not done it. Yeah, it's only mowing the lawn sometimes. But there's loads of instances, and it's not comfortable being held to account, but it's not nasty. Like, no, holding somebody to account should never be nasty. It should never be malicious. It's not personal in any way whatsoever. It's just saying, you said this, you did not do this. What is the gap? And as I said before, like, the best thing is not always the easiest. And having somebody in your corner who wants the best for you, they don't want you to have the easiest run. Sometimes the best is the easiest, but often it's not. But having somebody in your corner who wants the best for you, who wants you to achieve those things that you said you wanted to achieve, and somebody that's going to help you get there, that's sweet, sweet joy, that is. So, like, even if you think about this statement, like, this might be a statement that you've said yourself. So give me a why in the chat box if this is something you've said. If you say, I want to lose 2 stone and it's really, really important to me. Give me I can't even remember what I said, a 2 or a Y in the chat box if that's a statement that's ever happened in your life. And it's something that I hear a lot, good couple of times a day. So how important is it to you? It's hugely important. It's one of the most important things in my life. Okay, that's fine. So someone says that to me, and I need to do something. I know I need to do something. Okay, so then let's talk about what we need to do. So we need to change some of your habits. We need to change some of your behaviours. We need to adapt your lifestyle. We need to get you a really flexible nutrition plan. We need to get you moving properly. And then it's like, No, I'm not sure I can do that. Okay, right, and that's fine. But when you play back, you just said that was really important to you. Is that what you said? And it's now not. And that's not me being a cow. That's not me being an absolute bitch. That's just me repeating back the words that somebody had said. But then it helps us view the situation in a more realistic way, rather than somebody just thinking it is so important, because then it's a cold light of day going, right, okay, to get to where you want to be, it does mean that there's going to be changes. Are you prepared to do those changes? Not really. Okay, that means that we can really reassess either what it is that you want to achieve, or reassess the importance level. And when we have that real and honest conversation about, right, okay, maybe it's not as important as we thought, that means that we can really set our stall out and actually look at, what are we prepared to accept? Are we prepared to accept being 2 stone overweight if it's not that important? And if that's the case, then we start accepting our bodies and our life and how we are. And that's, I think, so important to overcome that. This is so important to me and I must do something now. But if the changes that are needed do not equate to what we're prepared to do, then we need to change the importance level. And that's not, as I said, that's not being malicious, that's not being nasty, it's just, you said this, and this, and this, is that right? Right, but what part of it has changed now? And that's fine, because change happens. And that in itself is one of the reasons that I really hate accountability buddies. An accountability buddy, like roping in your friend or your husband or whatever, can be really detrimental to progress. And in some instances it does work, I'm talking generally here. So just think about, say you say to your husband, right, I do not let me eat chocolate. I'm on a mission. Do not eat me, don't eat me chocolate. Don't buy me anything. I'm just going to eat leaves and dust and da 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 da. Why is that? Oh well, I want to lose some weight. Okay, so a couple of weeks goes past and everything's been brilliant and you're feeling in control and everything is awesome, and then you come home from work and you have a really, really shit day. Really shit. So somebody really important in your team, say your data analyst is phoned in sick on the eve of the most important report that's due out, or your PA's going AWOL or something, something. And you come home and you're like, oh my god, I've had such a shit day. This has happened. Oh my god, what am I going to do? I really want a glass of wine and some chocolate. And your husband says, no, you said that to me. Just give me some freaking chocolate and some wine. Right, they're not going to challenge you, are they? They're not, because the love of their life is upset and sad and angry, and they just want to self-soothe with a bit of alcohol and chocolate. So as an accountability partner, they've failed. As your partner, they are giving you the support that they know how to give you. And it's the same with friends. So having a friend or colleague as an accountability buddy I'm rolling my eyes because it can be really, really plagued with problems, because what we actually see is, in a lot of instances, accountability buddies that are friends or colleagues, they can tend to sabotage or be saboteurs. Often they want a partner in crime. So like me and my best friend are really good at saying, oh, don't let me drink too much tonight. And luckily she lives in Spain, so I don't actually ever get to see her that much. Like, don't really want to get wrecked tonight, let's not try to drink. And then maybe a glass of wine and just get another bottle. No. Let's just get another bottle. And that kind of relationship is what we want somebody to play with. We want somebody to have fun with, and we don't want to piss off our friends. We never ever do. Now, you will be able, there are some instances you go, no, absolutely not. That's not happening. But then you also have the other version of, egging each other on a wee bit. So accountability partners, be very careful with your accountability partners. So yeah, let me just see what the comments there are. So Sharon, you need help, don't know what or where to go. Well, for a start, you are in the right place just now. You are. Welcome to the gang. So, does that all make sense? Give me a 1 in the chat box. 1. So I want to give you some hints and tips on how to hold yourself more accountable, and it's not always going to succeed. I'll give you that warning right now. But things like very tactical things for, using your calendar to remind you to do things. So for example, I have a reminder in my calendar at 9 o'clock every night to update my fitness pal. That's a really simple thing for me now. Putting time in your calendar for drinking water or going for a walk. Really, really simple things that you can do. The downside obviously is if you can't be bothered or it's raining or you're in the middle of something, you're going to ignore it. And you're not going to turn around to yourself at the end of the day and say, hey, Emma, you said you were going to do this and it was in your calendar and you've not done it. How do we move forward from this? That's really not going to happen, is it? So there's just some simple hints and tips. Obviously, there are many people out there to help hold you to account, and that's one of the reasons why people pay us to help get them the results, because they have the accountability. They're not paying for a friend, they're paying for somebody to show them what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and challenge them if they don't do what they said they were going to do, and help build all of these things into our lifestyle rather than having this overwhelm of a gazillion and one things that we need to do by tomorrow to make it work. That's not how we operate. So that's helped a few people, which is lovely. Glad to hear it. I'm going to hang on for a couple of minutes just to make sure that, see if anybody's got any questions. And while I'm hanging about, I'm going to share with you the awesomeness that is happening on Friday. So every couple of weeks in the group, I do an Ask Me Anything post, and nutrition, exercise, mindset, clothes, makeup, skincare, laser hair removal, anything goes. On Friday this week, myself and my head coach Clara, who you should know from the group, although she's not been in the group for a wee while, but anyway, myself and Clara are going to do an Ask Us Anything for around an hour. Last time we did one, it resorted to a fairly funny session of Snog, Marry, Shag, which we had to change because Clara's mum is in the group, and I've just said that out loud. I think my own mum's in the group. Anyway, so if you do have any questions at all on food, on exercise, on health, on wellness, on career, on relationships, anything at all, hit us up. We're here for you. Hit us up. Also, I want to shout out for people who have ideas, they have suggestions of where we can be better and how we can improve and what content you want to see. So again, either put it in the comments or send me a message and we can change things about. That's the joy of this, is that we can change it and make it to whatever you guys need. So there you are. No questions coming through. Lovely to see some familiar names and some new names. Good to have you here. Come watch me live every Wednesday to hear entertaining stories about garlic. Maybe not so much, eh? Okay, my loves, have a fantastic evening. I am finished for the evening now, but I respond to messages until about 8, I think. Alright, take care, speak soon, farewell, bye bye.